Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Starcreed, and today I'm going to be casting a match between QXC, a well-known Terran player, and Machine, a Zerg player that I actually don't know much about. I have heard his name, but I don't know where he plays, where he's from. So I guess I'll see how good he really is today. So as you can see, the map is Metalopolis, and the players have spawned in close base positions. Now, for the Zerg, this is a good news because Zerg can expand to the natural, then away from the Terran through all these expansions. The Terran QXC has spawned at the south main, so we will see what tactic he decides to use, abusing the map or not. Now the Overlord is going to scout QXC's base, and I don't think either of them have sent a scouting worker yet. Looks like the Zerg player is using a little extract trick to get his drone count up quickly. And looks like that Overlord has seen that SCV, so right away, Machine is going to know that QXC has spawned in the close base positions. And looks like QXC is just sending out an SCV to scout. And he isn't completely walling off with his first barracks. Perhaps he'll fly it and complete the wall off, or perhaps build a bunker instead, but he has placed that first supply depot by the ramp, so we shall see what he does. QXC is just getting his refinery. Going back to Machine Space. Looks like that SCV is going to look for fast expand, but does not find it. I don't know why it's dancing around up there. Trixie's just moving around. And looking at the Zerg player's base, Machine is just getting a spawning pool. It is about halfway done. This drone is probably going to go for fast expand, but that is why QXC did not go up into the main with this SCV to prevent this fast expand from happening, and he's constantly harassing, constantly moving his SCV so that Machine's look at all those Qs. Machine's fast expand will be delayed as long as possible. Looks like that spawning pool is almost up. When that does spawn, I believe he will use the Zerglings he can spawn. There it goes. Use the Zerg. And here comes the hatchery. The fast expand did go down a lot later than Machine would have liked, but that SCV had been being a pain. It was great play by QXC. Now QXC looks like he is walling off. A little bit of lag there. He is walling off with the second supply depot, and what looks like he's probably going to complete the wall off with an add-on, whether probably a tech lab, or even a reactor right here. And he is getting a fast factory. Perhaps he is going for a 1-1-1 build of some sort. And we will see what kind of tech choice he chooses to employ. Looking back at the Zerg base, that SCV is getting chased around by those Zerglings. Fast expand to about 2/3 of the way done. Queen is out with one extractor. We do not see the Zergling's speed being researched. In fact, the extractor was kind of late for Zergling speed, so I don't think Machine is going to concentrate on Zerglings. We will see what type of tactic he decides to employ. Now these two Zerglings trying to follow these SCVs and trying to get into the main of Machine, but he has walled off with a reactor. It looks like he is going to. And these Marines are just going to defend the ramp from these Zerglings, and Machine is not going to have any idea what QXC is doing inside of his main. Meanwhile, the reactor is almost done. It is now done, and it looks like he is going to lift off the factory and land it in the reactor and get Hellions to harass the Zerg player with. This is actually quite typical, yes, and going with the command center, fast expand, this build is quite typical for a lot of Terran players to use against Zerg because they can harass. Hellions are not only good against Zerglings, but they're so good against drones also, so that means if they can get Hellions perhaps by a drop or just fast run in because Zerg can't wall off, and if these Hellions get to the drone mining line, it could be deadly to Machine's economies. We shall see how Machine tries to deal with that. And these two Hellions are going to go straight for the attack as soon as they spawn. They're going straight up the ramp, the Zerglings are catching them, and the Hellions are going to try to retreat and kite them, but the Queen and the Spinecrawler are going up just in time, so the Queen and Spinecrawler are going to protect that ramp from the Hellions. These Hellions aren't able to do as much damage as they would have liked, and they're forced to retreat. It's a little laggy, not sure why, but the Hellions are trying to do more harass. Perhaps they are, I think they're just waiting here to go for a chance, and the second Spinecrawler going up to protect the mining line of the expansion. Taking a look at QXC's base, he is flying that command center, trying to claim his natural also, and Maynarding those drones over there, and it looks like he is getting a Ghost Academy, so perhaps he'll use ghosts to harass. And looks like one ghost is up. He is researching Mobius reactors, so I'm guessing he is going to research cloaking as soon as that is done. Now this Overlord is being flown over here. Let's take a look at Machine's view. And yes, he is going to see that ghost before the Overlord dies, and the Ghost Academy. So most likely Machine is going to know that there are going to be ghosts in the battlefield. Meanwhile, these 4 Hellions are just patrolling just around right outside the expansion of Machine. Machine is going to spread that creep, try to give as much speed bonus as possible. Meanwhile, looks like a Roach Warren and a Spire simultaneously being put up, so perhaps he will use the main bulky the main bulk of his army will probably be the Roaches, and then using the Spire as perhaps a Mutalisk Harass. So I like that idea. And Speedlings just being finished, so Speedlings will probably add nicely to the Roach mix. Now Hellions are retreating. I don't know if Machine knows nothing about QXC knows nothing about Machine's Roach Warren or the Spire, so he has no idea what tech the Zerg player is going to be employing. Meanwhile, QXC is still pumping out Hellions, because Hellions do quite a lot of damage against light Zerg units. We do see tech labs going up on 3 barracks, and all 3 barracks are, looks like the barracks are producing Marauders, which will be great against the Reapers. And it looks like he hasn't researched concussive shells yet, but I would only expect that he would get concussive shells if he's going to get Marauders, and then research. There we go, there's concussive shell, and the stim pack probably as soon as he gets the money for it. Now, looking at Machine, I just saw that yes, Burrow has started being researched, so Burrow combined with Roach Warrens, yes, Glial Reconstitution, that is going to be devastating against QXC if Machine can manage to